Two grown men have never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
Man, if I ever came across you and you were dipping a hamburger into a big mug of root beer.
I wonder how many times you could do that at an A&W before they'd ask you to leave.
They would for sure get there.
Yeah. Because you'd be making, a guy that's doing that is weird enough, he'd be making weird food. Oh boy. This one's just sopping.
What a treat.
Oh, I should take my shirt off. It's so messy.
Sir, do not take that shirt off.
Some teenage girl hollering at the guy from behind the counter.
Sir.
We've went over this, Larry. Shirt stays on or you go out.
You know the rules, Larry.
I haven't worked a whole lot of public, in-person customer service jobs where where I'm the guy running the cab. I've worked at a really shady liquor store and there were some characters there, but I never worked somewhere long enough where there was a scamp that hey, Gerald. My friend that worked at that shady sex shop, and she always had to get after the same middle-aged, drug-addicted gay dude from doing sex for money for drugs.
You can't do that here.
Yeah, right. And every time, fuck you.
You were just defiant.
Yeah. This isn't that kind of place. This is exactly that kind of place.
Yes, it is, actually.
Yeah. He's putzing around downtown Fargo. I see that the OG sex shop is still operating. I love it.
Yeah, under a different name, but yeah, it's still there.
Good for them. Because I know at one time they were fighting to make a move.
Yeah.
And I love how that building just sits alone. They've demolished everything around it. Just this 130-year-old brick shitbox.
Yeah, just perfectly square, no charm to it at all.
Right now, what time is it?
It is 1:08.
1:08. There are two middle-aged men standing 69ing in there right now. You can see the legs above the bathroom stall.
Which is impressive, to be fair. Takes a lot of core strength to stand up 69.
But the guy getting held up is also bracing with his arms, too. He can't expect the...
Oh, yeah, there's some wrestling to it. There's theatrics.
You can't sandbag a standing 69.
Yep. No, you got to put your own work in, too.
Yeah. Teamwork makes that dream work.
You're not far from getting a fucking tombstone in that position.
Half an hour later, that guy's at home eating a lunch his wife prepared for him. How's your day been, hon? Oh, you know. Just typical.
Same old.
Yeah, Fridays, am I right? Still kind of dizzy from getting held upside down.
Hon, your face is a little red.
Is your blood sugar okay? Yeah, it's my blood sugar. It's just been
it's a little high today.
I had an apple fritter. It was Glenda's birthday, so they brought treats. And just these PTSD flashbacks of someone in the darkness of a sex shop saying, "Get over here." He just hops in the air all excited, scampers through the darkness. The next thing I know, I'm in a Cobra clutch. I won't tap.
25 minutes later, eating a caprese salad and half a tuna sandwich with his wife.
What are you going to do the rest of the afternoon? Oh, you know.
Same old.
A lot of busy work, I guess.
Fridays, am I right? He just has the same 4 canned responses.
Frantically running around downtown trying to find that guy.
Looking for round 2.
Yeah. Holy fuck. You go down an alleyway, there's 2 guys standing 69 and oh boy.
I think I just leave.
Yep. There's no shortcut that alley can provide.
Right.
It's
I'll go around.
I need the steps.
I'll go around the block. Yeah. Yep.
People say gentrification's a bad thing, but better get rid of a lot of this.
Like, I'm not judging you per se. I am just going to leave a situation. That's all I'm doing.
Seems like there could be a more shadowy part of this alley you could be doing that in.
It's sun straight overhead. You guys should wait till mid-afternoon anyway.
Getting your inner thigh stand from a standing 69.
Fuck.
If they're really in shape, they can lean over, do a back bridge, and flip over to reverse it.
Oh, sure, yeah. Roll it.
Jesus Christ. That guy's got Kurt Hennig-esque core strength.
Fucking Cirque du Soleil 69 going down this alley.
That thing's crab walking after you.
Oh
no, no.
No. Gotta get around this corner into the sunlight.
Was once a loving sexual act turned into a Lovecraftian nightmare.
It's too many legs.
Explaining that to a cop.
You saw a what now?
Picture it. You have paper, it'd be easier to draw.
A double man crab monster in that alleyway.
He's not even writing anything down. He just assumes you're insane.
Yep.
Oh, we'll keep an eye out on it. It's real, I swear.
I swear it's real. Don't let him get me.
Yeah, he's interviewing you while you've climbed up a fucking light pole. Come on down, sir.
No.
The crab monster won't get you. How do you know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
God bless that sex shop.
Yeah. God, I'd like to see the numbers. What's keeping the lights on?
Yeah.
Like, God, physical DVD and magazine sales have to be plummeted. I mean, it's been bad probably for a decade by now.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the toys?
God, I mean, I bet the markup on the toys is pretty healthy, so that probably helps. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you think about what's a butt plug? It is solid garbage metal wrapped in some chrome with a fake fucking jewel taped to the end.
Mm-hmm.
That is 10 cents of material.
Oh, yeah.
You're selling them for $10. You know, that's a nice turnaround there.
Yeah, but I mean the power bill is still the power bill, you know.
Yeah. You got to sell a lot of butt plugs to keep the lights on.
You got to sell a lot of $10 butt plugs to pay the bills.
that course I went to on starting your own sex shop. Rule number 1. Got to sell a lot of butt plugs to keep the lights on. God, that's got to be a big. Maybe the sex booths in the basement, just because they're like, that's got to be hurt too. That it's not. People don't have to be as secretive about being gay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you don't got to fucking hang out in a basement in a fucking phone booth.
Unless
fucking,
that's the thrill. But
that
yes,
might
it's
be.
not like a necessity anymore.
Yeah,
like
good point though.
50s.
Part of it's probably the kink of just like sex with strangers. You know, like just who knows who's gonna fly through that door. Fucking. Like fucking Jim Carrey in that fucking bathroom stall in Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
Seabass bursts through.
I like the idea of this fucking sex shop entrepreneur class you went to. Dildos and don'ts.
ABC. Always be coming. If they ain't coming, they ain't buying. Everyone's feverishly, ABC.
Holy shit. Oh, man.
Guy's got a Bluetooth in his ear. He's a real fucking modern businessman.
Yeah, real TED talky. Whew.
God, I bet the money they made on physical DVDs too. And porn DVD wasn't cheap.
Right.
God,
those are
20,
pricey.
$25? Am I wrong?
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, think of that. Think of how much profit that was. I'm sure those actors saw a good chunk of it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yep. No, they weren't just discarded.
Yeah. fucking generating $40 million in profit a year. You're making 18 grand.
Splitting a fucking efficiency apartment with somebody else who also does pornography.
I bet being in porn is better now than it was a handful of years ago, like 6-7 years ago, just because of shit like OnlyFans.
Yeah, you're more in control of your own shit.
Yeah,
yep,
like
for sure.
I bet the porn itself is still not a moneymaker because everyone steals it or watches it for free.
Yeah.
But you just hope your name gets big enough, then people will pay 10 grand to fucking eat your underwear or whatever these people do.
Right.
Like,
and then you get appearance fees if you get big enough. You know, you go do strip clubs.
oh, true,
You know,
yeah.
you can make a lot of money that way.
And I don't think you got to be like a giant name to do that because there's like at the local strip club here, be like, hey, this weekend, big star in town, whatever. And I'm like, I have no
I never
clue.
heard of her, yeah.
Yeah, like, because if you're is there a porn star right now that people know the name of? Like,
No idea.
Like-
I couldn't tell you.
there's no Jenna Jameson anymore.
Right, like a mega star like that.
Would she be, is she the top of the mountain?
Gotta be the biggest one, right?
Right? Yeah. God, I mean, Tracy Lords, but that's mostly because she became a regular actress.
Sure.
She wasn't like a huge porn star. She just did porn.
Right.
And was able to transition into real movies after that. Not that porn isn't real. Porn probably the realest movies.
Zero CGI budget in those movies.
I remember probably like 18 years ago, one of the porn companies shot their wad figuratively. I'm sure they eventually did it literally.
Likewise, yep, I'm sure, yep.
And they spent a ton of money to make like a bigger budget Pirates of the Caribbean knockoff.
Sure, I remember that.
It's like, good for you guys. It was actually a plot where we have sailor costumes that we're really going for.
I remember that being a big deal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like
hey, someone's doing this again.
we're going back to what porn used to be.
Yeah,
you know?
we don't just have a camcorder in the back of this limousine.
I know you're a porn historian, so correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sorry?
Wasn't the
Is
thinking
that
back?
my lower third on the History Channel?
Holy shit. I bet that's a sad man.
I bet those exist.
Yep,
I bet
totally.
historians that specialize in pornography is a real thing.
But I think in the 70s and maybe even into the early 80s, porn was like a movie because you had to see it in a theater.
Yeah, yep.
And it was like, well, if we're going to expect people to pay $8, we want to give them fucking a movie.
Got to be 90 minutes long. Yep.
So, which is fascinating to me. But then how much money was made when the guy figured out we can just have the fucking.
Right.
We don't need
the
this.
talking.
Yeah, fucking. God, I bet people made so much fucking money when VCRs became commonplace. It's like, we can just watch people fuck at home now?
I don't have to go to a theater with 65 other lonely men.
There was a book / newspaper / magazine shop in Fargo that kept its lights on far longer than any store like that had the right to because they still rented porn in the back for the dads who don't know how the internet works. I loved it. I used to go in there, fucking just look around, fucking buy a wrestling magazine or something just to give them a little business and just still have the swinging doors and very nervous
doors,
men.
Just a lot of middle-aged men with phone holsters.
One time in 2001, they Googled porn and clicked it and their fucking computer melted in front of their eyes.
They've been analog ever since.
Their computer acted like the kids in Halloween 3 when they put that mask on.
Wow.
There's crickets pouring out everything.
Fucking Season of the Witch reference. Ooh, boy.
Oh no! Geek Squad, help! A Halloween 3 in my computer. They don't even. We're on our way. They already know what you mean. You called the right people.
Holy shit! An extra 20 if you guys keep your mouth shut about this.
It's already in the bill.
We build in the secrecy
the
charge.
hush money.
Yep.
It's
like a gratuity.
Yeah, it's like a table of 10 or more. It's already included.
Oh shit.
Not to drastically change sides, we're sticking with Halloween 3.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Did you know the plan was, I found this interesting. The plan was if that was a hit, that's what Halloween would become. Every year there'd be another Halloween that comes out around Halloween, completely different story every year.
Sure.
I was like, but Halloween 3 bombed so bad. Like, nope.
No, we got to get Michael back.
Yeah. I wonder how big of a gap there is between 3 and 4.
Years-wise?
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, like if it's like, we're getting right back on the horse, if they took a couple years and let it air out.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah. Did they give time for the stink to come off of the name, or did they try to reverse course right away?
Like, I mean, 4 must have done well enough because they made a 5, but I don't think those were mega hits. But I mean, compared to Halloween 3, they must have been like.
I don't think it took a lot of work to be a bigger hit than Halloween 3.
And then why think horror movies were just struggling so much in the 90s. Decent gap between 5 and 6. That's the curse of Michael Myers.
Okay.
Paul Rudd's first semi-leading role.
Why do you know so much about like late model Halloween films?
They're my favorites.
Oh my God.
I love Halloween 4.
To be fair, I don't think I've ever seen. I think I've seen 1 and 3, and then the Rob Zombie remakes.
Oh no, the only ones I haven't seen are the Rob Zombie remakes.
I will stand by the Rob Zombie remakes.
Oh, look at this,
which I think is kind of a hot take.
Yeah, you. I've had a chance to do that in a while.
I like the Rob Zombie Halloween movies.
And there's been probably 3 since him. Because there's like a new series out.
Yeah, like with Jamie Lee Curtis came
Halloween
back and all
Kills.
that. There's like 1 or 2, I think.
Maybe like Halloween Ends.
Yeah, I think there's 2. I think it's those 2.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
And yeah, they brought Jamie Lee Curtis. Those, I don't know if I've ever heard much good or bad. It feels like they were kind of just greeted with a collective meh. Like,
yeah, that's from what I understand,
I
heard. Yep.
If you're craving a new Halloween movie, this won't insult you, but it's like...
It's got what you want. It's got Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis, you know.
I'm sure some teenagers dying on
I'm sure,
deaths.
yeah. I bet people get stabbed. Yeah. I bet that song plays, you know, it's got what you want.
Yeah, I know the beats. I know how this story's going to be told. Like,
good on Jamie Lee Curtis for having a big like resurgence these days.
Yeah.
You know, she came back with those movies. She's on The Bear. She's great on there.
Is she really?
Yeah, she was in that fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once.
She might have won an Academy Award.
I think she did for supporting actress. Like good on her for getting out of that fucking getting out of the Activia game. You know,
and she just deserves a fucking Medal of Honor, or Presidential Medal of Freedom, whatever they give to civilians, for that striptease scene in True Lies.
I forgot about that.
Teenage boys spent their formative years fucking crank until they're nearly blind to that fucking shit. Because it's a normal movie. Mom doesn't know that there's something like that in it.
Yeah.
You know? Just a dumb action movie with fucking 90 seconds of a prime Jamie Lee Curtis getting down.
I forgot she's in that. That's a movie I haven't thought of in a long time. That's one I often forget about in the Arnold pantheon, which I shouldn't because it's fucking good.
Or the James Cameron pantheon. That's a James Cameron movie.
Yeah, that's true too. It gets forgotten from both lists.
Yeah. God, I'm trying to... I don't know if I've ever seen that movie all the way through.
Yeah.
It's one of those catch half an hour here on TBS, half an hour here on USA. Like,
I bet I haven't seen it front to back in 20 years.
His daughter in that movie is an actress that eventually became kind of known, like Eliza Dushku.
Okay.
Is that a name? Is that a name? Did I just make that up?
That's a real
that's
human.
A person.
That's a real person, yeah.
I think plays like the daughter in peril.
Okay. Yeah, when I think Arnold, you know, you think Predator or Commando or Terminator. You know, you forget True Lies.
What's the fourth on that amazing Mount Rushmore?
For me personally, it's Last Action Hero. But like culturally,
it's tough. For me, Predator, Terminator. Well, Terminator 1 and 2 get combined because it's a sequel.
Terminator as a franchise.
Predator, Commando. Fuck, I don't know what the fourth is because I'm the right age to have really liked it, but I never have seen that sci-fi one he did in the late 80s, very late 80s.
Oh, Total Recall.
Yep.
I bet societally that's the fourth one.
That might be it.
I've never seen Total Recall.
Wasn't Jingle All the Way a kid? If we're going pure money making, I bet it's Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
That fucking movie was a huge hit.
Yeah, his comedies were big hits. Fucking Kindergarten Cop and Twins and Jingle All the Way. Like
Junior? Or is that Stallone?
I don't know that was him, but I don't know that Junior was a hit or not. I've seen Junior more than once, but
God, that dude couldn't lose for 20 years, 15 years at least. Like, if his face was on the poster, that movie was going to make fucking money.
I've seen the clip a handful of times now. I think it was in that new documentary about him. That clip of him talking about getting the script for Stop or My Mom Will Shoot and being like, this is fucking terrible. I would never do this. This is going to be a fucking bomb. But then finding out that Stallone also was sent the script and him calling Sly up and being like, this is fucking good. I hope I get this. Just so Stallone is like, well, no, I want this. And Stallone got it, and Arnold the whole time is just like, yeah, good for you. You go be in that piece of shit.
Another guy who had a run there, he had a few stinkers like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, but he had a dozen-year run where if his face is on the poster, that movie was going to make money.
Yep, it's making fat cash.
Like, all of those guys, there's always that tipping point where it's like, oh, the shine is off the...
Sure, yeah.
Like, I think, what was the one where they're trapped underground in like an interstate tunnel? Is it Daylight or Daybreak?
No idea.
Or like 97-ish. That was... I know that didn't make a bunch of money, so it's like, oh, maybe Stallone's not what he once was.
That was like that weird time, though, where, like, what were action movies, you know?
Yep.
Because you were past everyone looks like an action figure,
yeah,
you know? And Die Hard didn't put a bullet in that, but it for sure cut deep into that, where it's like, oh, they can just be a guy.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And also, you're getting to an age where looking like an action figure is fucking hard.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, Stallone is fucking just a chemistry set at this point. You know, like he's like a real life Bane.
I like his late resurgence too.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing well again.
Yeah. Got those Expendables movies. Were they up to 4 of them now?
I have no idea. I've only ever seen the first one.
I saw the first 2. I thought they're dumb, fun,
They're dumb
mindless.
fun. That's what they're for.
But the fucking thing that sticks in my craw.
Oh boy.
The movie is called The Expendables. Hey, no one gives a fuck about us if we live or die. No good guys die. Insane. Everyone lives.
One is expended.
Yeah, exactly. We could. Yet again, the Expendables, 0 casualties.
Yep.
Funny how that works. And I do like that they fucking march out every fucking action star from the fucking 80s and 90s. Like,
I like that they tried with Seagal, but he thought he was above it, so he told them to go fuck themselves.
Really?
And then that first movie ended up being the biggest hit in the world because fuck Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's a shithole of a person. But
there is few people that you hear universally distaste for like Steven Seagal. Like, God, the story. He's just the worst of everything.
Yep.
Like, the stories of when he was on SNL, every cast member's like, this is the worst human ever. Like,
yeah, the stories of him hosting SNL. That's like, they like tried to scrub that episode from
that's
the internet.
wild.
Like,
yeah. I'm sure that was at a time, I was watching SNL every weekend. That had to be the very early 90s.
Yeah, it would have been around in
there. Yeah, I wonder, like, so that'd have been like Farley and those guys? Like,
yeah, I think so.
Fuck, I'm sure I saw that episode 20 fucking times. But
so I think On Deadly Ground is the movie he's like really on the press tour for at that time.
Yeah, like I wonder what his biggest hit was. On Deadly Ground or Under Siege was big.
I remember as a kid liking Under Siege.
Because isn't basically Under Siege Die Hard on a boat?
Pretty much, yeah.
If you just, there's a Mad Libs out there to Die Hard on a
Die Hard butt. Yeah.
I think it's an old Dennis Miller joke. It's like if Hitler came up with a feasible way to make Die Hard on a hot air balloon, he'd be celebrated in Hollywood. Look. I don't know. I saw Die Hard for the first time within the last 10 years.
Yeah?
For some reason, that movie just always escaped me.
It wasn't a part of my childhood. I was in my 20s when I first saw it.
I've never seen 2 or 3.
I've seen 2 and 3 and 4.
There's 4 way after, like time-wise.
Yeah. That was like a nostalgia trip.
And is that the only modern one they made?
No, I think there's one more after that.
I feel like there's 2.
Mistaken.
Yeah.
I will stand by 3. People shit on 3.
Oh, see, I've heard people that really like 3 too.
I like 3.
Yeah.
It's different. You can. The thing with 3 is it wasn't supposed to be a Die Hard movie. It was just an action movie that was written and everything. And then the only way they could get the funding for it is
made it.
What if we put John McClane in this? Like now we've got something.
Huh. No shit. I did not know that.
Sam Jackson's great in that.
Yeah.
Fucking what's his name? Guy from Dead Ringers.
Oh, Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. Yep.
Is he the bad guy?
Yep. He's great in that.
What a reference. The guy from Dead Ringers.
Well, like, what do you know Jeremy Irons
good point,
from, you know?
Unless you watch Masterpiece Theater or whatever British thing he's on.
The second thing that comes to my mind is the voice of Scar in The Lion King. Would you have gotten that one?
Nope.
Exactly.
You knew your audience.
Yeah, I knew that you would get it.
That's a reflection of the bizarre career that Jeremy Irons has had.
Yeah. Like, he's both of those things. If you asked me to grind to come up with another one, he's Alfred in the fucking Ben Affleck Batman movies.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And that's digging deep. That's the end of my bench of Jeremy Irons.
He's old enough to pull off a convincing Alfred, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he's not as old as Michael Keaton's Alfred was.
Yeah.
But he's a fucking old man.
Who the fuck was the butler in like the 90s Batmans?
I couldn't tell you that actor's name.
Yeah, but he was a character, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. But you're right. I don't think that was anyone known.
I think he was known, just not in our circles.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell you that.
Probably
guy.
some celebrated British stage actor.
Stage actor,
like,
yeah.
Like Sir in front of his name.
Like he's the Alfred in all 4 of the. He's both Tim Burton's and both Schumacher's. Yeah.
Oh no shit. Well, not a lot of other people made it over. Good for him.
No, yeah, they kept replacing everybody else and kept him.
And in the Schumacher, is Robin in both?
Both Schumachers, yeah.
But Batgirl just in the final one.
Yes.
Yeah. The final one's Batman Forever?
Nope, third
Batman
one's
and
Batman
Robin.
Forever. Yep.
Yeah. Huh. Batman and Robin, the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's terrible. It's real fucking bad. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's real bad.
I've been told I should go rewatch it again. I've been told if you look at it through like a adult lens, it's okay.
I'll stand by Forever. I'll stand by the Val Kilmer Batman.
I've never seen. That's the only one I've never seen.
Yeah.
And that's Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. Carries the Riddler.
Yep.
That about it?
That's it. Yeah, just 2 bad guys.
What's that story about Jim Carrey meeting Tommy Lee Jones?
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones hates Jim Carrey.
Yeah, without even ever met him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, I find you silly or something like that.
I believe the quote is like, I'm unable to tolerate your buffoonery or something along those lines. He says it's very proper.
I think he told him he hated him.
Yeah.
Like we've never even met.
Yeah, I have no time for your buffoonery.
Jesus. It's like, bro, you're in Men in Black. It's not like you're
right.
like...
You're Two-Face.
Yeah, exactly. You're cashing the same check for this goofball shit that I am.
Wearing a fucking half and half suit with your face painted pink, man. You're not better than me.
Yeah. I bet what all that was grumbling how big of a paycheck Jim Carrey got for that.
I'm sure you got a fucking big one.
Yeah, because that was peak Jim Carrey's the hottest thing on the planet, you know? Like, because it would have been fucking... Dumb and Dumber, fucking Ace Ventura, The Mask, Ace Ventura 2.
Yeah.
4 huge moneymakers. Then he got in on Batman.
Yeah. I think it's inspired casting. I think making Jim Carrey a fucking Batman villain is
super
inspired.
smart. He fucking looks like a cartoon character, you know? Like, has like the weird, like very expressive, you know? Like,
I support you watching Batman Forever.
Thank you. Have you ever seen, what's the 80s Jim Carrey starring role?
Once Bitten?
Once Bitten.
Never seen it.
I've seen that, yeah. Like, I know he talks about that because, like, yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I'm in my late 20s or early 30s. I've been doing stand-up forever. It's time for me to make the jump. I get this starring role, and it just blows up on the launch. It's like, well, fuck. And then, like, 5 more years of just fucking touring as a comic and just thinking, never, ever. This is my life, except that you can live a comfortable life doing this, but your dreams aren't going to come true. And then I don't even know how Ace Ventura came along. And he's like, we got to knock this out of the park.
He's one of those people, especially those character movies of his. Like, I am like envious of how silly you are. You know, same with like Robin Williams. Like, God, I'm so envious of how you can just be this goofball.
Yeah.
Like whether it's in movies or interviews, or maybe that's just how you are in life,
Well, then this seems like a lot of those guys, it always comes out deeply depressed.
Troubled. Yeah.
Like, when you're acting like that all the time, when you're alone, it's dark. Like fucking Farley, you know? Like,
as soon as you close the door.
And then the fucking smile just leaves your face. All the color leaves
the
your
lights
cheeks.
dim on their own.
You just sit in a folding chair and stare out the window in a world you'll never understand.
In the dark, in dead silence.
I mean, I'm sure Richard Pryor enjoyed doing fucking speedballs, but I'm sure part of it was to chase his nightmare childhood too.
Gotta pack more cocaine in this to keep the sadness away.
My grandma used to hit me with a bicycle chain.
Not a lot of just upbeat when they're alone comedians in the world.
I think it's Brian Regan that's always like, I want to, like, people add like, oh, you must be troubled. Like, I wish I could say I was.
Right.
Yep. I feel awkward not because everyone else seems to be, but I'm pretty well adjusted. Like, I've had a pretty solid childhood, solid life. You know, things have kind of went the way I want them to go.
Yeah.
And I'm just here.
I enjoy life.
Yeah.
Never really had any troubles.
Yeah. I think he's one of those guys too that he was very happy just being a big headlining comic.
Yeah.
I think he might have tried a couple TV things, but like that was never the dream.
Right.
Like,
man, I'd kill to be a headlining comic.
Yeah.
Like you hear like big arena comics talk about like, oh, what a nightmare doing the clubs was. It's like I would kill to do the clubs.
It's
my
insane
man.
anyone would say that.
Yeah.
Like how lucky were you, like, that you weren't fucking slogging in the goddamn salt mines that we're slogging in, you know? Like,
yeah, come to one of our shows.
Yeah. Like, I think, like, it was in a Rolling Stone magazine where they had all these comics, what's your worst bombing experience? It was that brunette that she just left SNL. Is it Cicely Strong, I think her name is? You'd recognize her for sure. She
Okay.
was on for like a decade.
The name.
And she talked about like she was like doing improv in Chicago, and they went to some fucking show in Wisconsin, and like the crowd wasn't into it. That was the end. It's like no one started your car on fire.
Right.
Like,
that's your worst bomb.
It's like, that is my average show.
What a charmed life.
Right? Unbelievable. Yeah, like just fucking give it a ticket to stardom. Like,
we might make a 8-hour round trip in 40 below weather for 11 people who don't know there's comedy that night.
There's 2 weirdos that are there for the show. The rest are just flabbergasted while we're setting the PA up.
The other 9 wish there wasn't comedy because they can't run the touch tunes.
They're only excited till they find out it's not a meat raffle.
Yeah. Ooh, what's going on here?
Ooh, I'll buy a ticket.
I see a microphone. No, sir, it's not a meat raffle. Maybe that's the strategy you need to take with these shows: comedy and meat raffle.
Always stopping at a butcher shop beforehand.
You got to do the meat raffle after the comedy show to make sure nobody leaves.
Do you keep the cooler on stage to remind them, or would that be too distracting?
No, I think you leave it up there,
Yeah, let them know.
I think that's the move.
Stay through the whole show.
You got to have it up on the stage because you got to guard it.
Yeah.
You know how people get around meat.
That is true. Fucking beef bandits.
Let me turn this goddamn phone off because... So I'm somewhere along the line, I think it was like you got to become a member of Hilton Rewards programs to get the internet or something. Like I had to sign up for a thing for a reason with Hilton Hotels.
Yeah.
And about twice a year for about 2 weeks in a row, they will call you every day trying to get you to sign up for like, we're running a special deal, 4 nights in Vegas, only $25 a night. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Come on, don't you? It's
really?
Like, it's like they put the fucking hard sell on you. And it's redeemable for up to a year. Like, you telling me within a year you're not going to want to go to Las Vegas? Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, holy fuck, no shit.
And it is fucking... Hilton call you every day season in my world.
Shit. Huh. I've never had any nearly that fucking aggro.
It's aggressive, yeah. It's every day. And I've been through this song and dance twice a year for the past few years. Eventually they'll stop, but
I'm usually pretty militant about making sure I don't sign up for shit, but sometimes you're in a situation like you're saying, like, where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just hitting yes to everything. It's like, I don't even know what I'm consenting to. It's
right.
Like, can we check your asshole for thumbprints? Sure.
Sure. Have at it. It's filled with thumbprints. Good luck.
Have fun. Collect them all.
Count all the different ones. 47 people.
I just need Google Maps to work.
Yeah, it was. I remember that fateful day in the cities of being like, sign up for our thing, and it's like, I don't want to, but you need to if you want to get this, and it's like, fuck, fine.
Oh, you meant to get internet in your room?
I think it was to get internet in the room.
That's shady.
Isn't that fucking brutal?
Yeah. But they don't got to do that at the Mott Hotel in Mott, North Dakota.
I guess you'll find out.
They don't even have dial-up.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I saw that show we did, Your Hometown, where the other comic was pissed because they didn't have cable for the ball game. It's like, bro, this town doesn't have cable.
Right.
Like, it's not the hotel didn't make a choice. It's not an option.
You're lucky the electricity's working, my man.
These people would love to have cable. They've read about it. They stayed in a hotel in Bismarck in 1994.
What they wouldn't give to watch A&E.
Watch pop-up video on VH1. They love the quips. They love the fun facts.
Oh, man, I loved pop-up video so much.
Yeah, it was a good idea. And fucking, man, cable has devolved into nothingness now. But, like, I wonder if there's one original program on VH1. I'm pretty sure it's just 2-hour blocks of 90s sitcom reruns.
Yeah.
It's like, it has to be a thing where they got to write a check to fucking the record company when they play the music. Because why wouldn't you show the mountain of content you have yourself? Like,
right.
All the fucking behind the musics. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking way they wouldn't draw better numbers.
All the best week evers, all the I love the 90s, 80s, 2000s. Like
those dumb list shows, like the top 100.
Those talking head shows.
Yeah, fuck. I could watch that shit all the fucking.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, there has to be some reason. Like, they just hate us for abandoning cable.
Yeah, maybe it's payback. Yeah.
So, but all they're doing is hurting the ones that still love them.
Yeah. And how do you not have like a show that runs music videos? Music videos are like not a big deal.
They're
but
back again.
Music videos are still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking the internet for the last week and a half has just been raving about fucking Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" video. Fucking Eminem put out that Houdini video. Everyone watched it. Fucking. That Childish Gambino one that he did on SNL a few years ago. That was the biggest video ever.
I don't know what I'm clicking on to have this. YouTube has been shoving the new Deep Purple music video down my throat.
There's a new Deep Purple music video?
And did I click it? You bet your ass I did. Because I was like, kind of like, this song ain't for me, but good for, these are elderly men with the all-white room playing their instruments. You know how it's like, look at this. Like, that dude is 88 years old.
Can't process sugars anymore, but still rocking.
Still laying down a nice mid-tempo bass groove.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, a new Deep Purple video. Fuck it. Deep Purple's so old, they weren't even around during the heyday of MTV.
Right.
Yeah.
They were pre-MTV.
Yeah. Like, I get if Duran Duran has a new music video out. They were darlings of MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no Deep Purple. God bless them. I was fucking really pleased by that. Like, I bet their grandkids are so thrilled. Look at Gampy.
Can we go to Grandpa's house this weekend? No, he's on tour.
Yeah, what a weird thing. There are people that sentence isn't out of the ordinary. Like, I want to go see Gampy. He's playing fucking Death Fest in fucking Stockholm, Sweden.
He's at the Nevada State Fair this weekend.
Aww.
The people demand smoke on the water, you know?
God, what's their other bigger classic rock? Hush?
Hush
is a good fucking song.
Hush is a good song. Yeah. I like Hush.
Those really the only two?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because I confuse them and Mountain. To me, Deep Purple and Mountain are the same band.
Mountain is Mississippi Queen, right?
Yeah.
I think Deep Purple's one of those bands, like, they've had one or two constant members, but even in their heyday, they were cycling through members.
Sure,
really, like,
revolving door.
Yeah, like different lead singer every fucking 3 years, you know? Like, well, what's his name from Whitesnake? That's his first big band. He was like the 14th Deep Purple lead singer.
Deep Purple's got a deep bench.
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
Couldn't tell.
Coverdale. Something. David Coverdale, Willie Coverdale.
Okay.
I hope it's Willie.
David or Willie? Yeah. Those are the two, huh? Why is Willie so high up on your list of men's names?
I don't know. Who doesn't like a good Willie? God, I'd be pissed off if I met a Willie that was a shithead.
That sucked, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, they can be dumb, but if they were, like, dour, I don't want a dour Willie.
Yeah, you don't want a dour Willie. That is true.
Like, I don't want to stick in the mud Willie. I guess. God damn it, you're William.
That guy's a William. Yep. Damn it, you beat me to the joke. Son of a bitch.
Fastest finger in the West.
Got to get up pretty early in the morning to get one past old Nathan.
Roughly 11 a.m.
Can't beat Nathan to the trough, the joke trough. Well, that's a pretty good album name for you. You write down joke trough right now.
God, I don't want to go to the joke trough. I mean, it stinks.
Most troughs stink. Not a lot of clean troughs in the world. Not a lot of pristine troughs.
That's when, like, moving to the Twin Cities has gotten, like, if you live in Fargo, you can go quite a long time between pissing and troughs.
I ain't pissed in a trough in a long time.
There's a lot of trough pissing in there.
Yeah? Why is that?
Is it maybe
just old bars?
Old bars, maybe a space-saving thing?
Sure.
You know,
probably cheaper than putting in a bunch of urinals.
And then you got to feel fucking self-conscious because you're my size. You take up way too much real estate.
Yeah, sorry for taking up 3 parking spots, boys.
Like, fucking look how big I am. I need a wide stance.
I got to brace my feet apart because I got to root around to get the garbage out.
Drop my pants to the ground
like a child.
Take my shoes off. There's a lot of pageantry involved.
Pull the shirt up to the armpits.
Shit. No hand, both hands on the hem of your shirt, holding it up. Wee.
Oh boy!
If that motherfucker spins around one more time. Tee.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. Seeing a grown man doing that would be fucking pretty off-putting.
You'd go to a different bar.
Yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. You're at a fancy restaurant with your wife on your anniversary.
Holy shit.
Walk into that fancy bathroom, a guy's pissing like that.
Just an immaculate bathroom. So clean. Black urinals, just a fancy ass bathroom.
There's a fucking bathroom fucking attendant in there just ignoring this fucking nightmare that's happening.
Just holding towels and handing out mints,
What do you think about this? It's rather distasteful. But he's one of our more regular patrons. So.
It's such a comedy movie trope, but I think you and I should go to a fucking ultra ritzy fucking restaurant, like the one in the Blues Brothers, Can't pronounce anything on the fucking menu. Mad that they don't have Mountain Dew,
What do you mean you ain't got Funyuns? A restaurant, even shitty restaurant.
A shitty restaurant.
I love Funyuns.
Come on.
Can I bring them in?
Too bad, because I did.
A family-sized bag of Funyuns into a sit-down restaurant.
Tough to hide a fucking family bag size of
chips.
Tough
to eat them discreetly, too. They're pretty crunchy.
And you're crinkling the bag.
No one must know my secret. Everyone knows your secret.
This whole quarter of the restaurant stinks like Funyuns.
Oh, God, I like Funyuns.
I love Funyuns. Funyuns pretty high up on the fucking chip list of mine.
Yeah, top 3 for me, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And for me, there's almost there's a delineation between potato chips and the goofy shit. Your Fritos, your Funyuns, your
Bugles.
Doritos, your Cheetos.
Yeah. Yep. I think potato chips is its own category.
Yeah. I lean more towards the wackadoo. I enjoy the right potato chip, but I like the silly shit.
Oh, yeah, it
more.
ain't very often. Like, I would take a bag of Doritos over a bag of fucking sour cream and onion chips 9 times out of 10.
I know people that'll just happily, there's all those options. Oh, classic Lay's for me.
What are you doing?
What a life.
And not dipping them. If you got a jar of French onion dip, let's go.
I want a ripple because it has a little more density, makes scooping a little
structural
easier.
integrity.
But oh my God, fuck yourself if you're fucking have all these options. You're just nibbling on a fucking plain Lay.
Yeah.
Why?
Just grease everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Get a bag of Cheetos like a normal person.
I ain't gonna say that there hasn't been a time where I have perused a snack machine at a hotel at 1:30 a.m. and all that's left. And then you know what I'm done? What's happening then? I'm lying in bed in my underwear, the greasiest fucking hands. Like, dude, you can't just wipe your hands on the fitted sheet like an animal. So then I just lay there in stasis for 2 hours. The sun's coming up. Well, I guess I should wash my hands.
It's an undignified route, but you got to crunch them up in the bag, open it, and just pour them.
Oh,
you got to go straight into the mouth.
How much do you cry the first time you do that? It gets easier. I hope not. I hope it sucks this much every time.
Maybe it'll keep you from doing it, you sad
Well, you
sack.
go down that road, you can start fucking generalizing that with a lot of food.
I've definitely eaten Cheetos that way because I don't want to get my fingers all oranged up.
Pour a bottle of water into the Subway bag and shake it up and squeeze it. You can eat a meatball marinara right in bed. Squeezing it out like frosting.
Oh,
You twist the end.
that's so
Flip a
revolting.
corner.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't mush this meatball up enough.
We're clogging one. You're
The
squeezing
breech
so
birth.
hard.
Again, things you don't want to hear through a hotel wall. Holy fuck. You're a maid. There's 3 desiccated fucking Subway bags. That, like, what the fuck happened in here?
These look like they were filled with some manner of caulking. What is happening?
Holy fuck, finding some Subway meatballs in a bed if you're a maid. What happened here?
I've never eaten the Subway meatball sandwich.
Oh, no
Not
shit.
Once.
Oh,
It
that's a
doesn't
treat.
appeal to me. Why do you want this?
Oh, good.
This isn't a sandwich.
So good.
Like, I've never had, I'll go a step further. I've never had a meatball sandwich, period.
Yeah, I think I've only had it
Like,
at
why would
Subway.
you want that?
So good.
No, like, you
It's
want
a-
slices. How do you eat this fucking...
It's a mess.
It's just these huge round balls in this bread that doesn't fit, and then you dump all this marinara in there.
Mayonnaise. Something doesn't make sense.
What? There's
Lettuce, tomato,
mayonnaise?
cheese.
Oh,
None of
God.
it makes it so good.
No.
And it just turns into a slop. You got to pinch the back so it doesn't start shooting out the party hole. You got to keep the back, and then you just you tip it. And you just one bite at a time.
You're just looshing meatballs
pretty
down
much.
your throat.
And you want to bite it so you're getting the right combo of bread and meatball. And meatball in quotes. I don't know. That's probably mostly
It is
sawdust.
definitely ball, but maybe not
It
meat.
is more ball than meat. A meatball marinara is the only sub from Subway. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is good. You know, like,
What?
yeah.
No, my Subway order, I want a double meat roast beef with spinach and pickles and black olives and salt and pepper. That's it. I don't want any sauce. I don't want any silly shit.
You not getting any mustard or mayo on
No,
there?
no.
Really?
No.
God, you butter in it when you get home?
No.
Put some butter on that. Oh,
You haven't, it hasn't occurred to you yet. You know why I don't have sauce on there.
why is that?
Because
you're driving.
Yes, because I'm eating it while I'm
See,
driving.
now you're sacrificing flavor. All you got to do is pull over and lay down.
I would I would rather sacrifice flavor than my time.
Holy fuck, watching someone pull over with a sub, get out, climb in the back seat. I don't see them.
Or just unwrapping that sandwich behind the wheel and reaching down, and you just see them leaning their seat back real slow because it's an electric one.
Oh, you got to take that shirt off too if you're going that far. No way you get through that without ruining a shirt.
No, I'm not interested in. I don't need lube on my sandwich.
Oh. You make it at home. What do you? That same sandwich at home. What do you put?
Miracle Whip.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's getting Miracle Whip.
See, a sandwich like that's the one time I don't mind just regular old mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Like big dollop of Hellman's.
No, not a mayonnaise guy, but I get it.
God, I wonder if I'd rather have it plain or with a little bit of mustard. It seems like at restaurants they put too much mustard. Mustard overpowers shit for me.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
To me, it depends on the sandwich. Like ham sandwich, sure, throw some mustard on there. Roast beef sandwich,
Not gonna mustard up your beef.
Right? No.
Buy some au jus. Dip and buy an au jus online.
Online au jus.
Who's got Craigslist Marketplace? Who's got some extra au jus? Could you spare a cup of au jus for a man in need?
I'm out here looking for that jus, boys.
Yeah. Walking around the neighborhood with the sandwich. It's just so dry and flavorless.
I just want to dip it.
Have any meat drippings? Rough year.
Boy, you can't put a fucking Craigslist wanted ad for meat drippings on the internet. You can't do that.
When he shows up, you're going to really regret it. Just ringing the fucking buzzer for your hotel or your apartment like, meat drippings, I'm here for the party.
No.
It's just roast beef. Well, that's my kind of party. I didn't know he was in town.
Holy shit. Unbelievable.
Roast beef's a good nickname. No way roast beef's a little man.
No.
Roast beef's a big old boy.
Yeah. He might wear overalls.
Yeah. I was like, he looks like Hillbilly Jim, but Hillbilly Jim is too fit.
Yeah. Yep. Roast beef is a big soft man.
Yeah. He looks like King Kong Bundy in Hillbilly Jim's clothing.
That's terrifying.
King Kong Bundy have like alopecia, or did he shave his eyebrows?
I don't know. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
I am pretty sure the old Territories era Bundy had hair for a while, so he was making that choice.
Oof.
Jesus, shaving them fucking eyebrows the first time.
Imagine deciding that is what you should do.
Fucking just looking in the mirror, this is show business. I guess Vince McMahon seems to have shit figured out.
You want to be a star or not?
Yeah.
Just fucking shaving your fucking. Some people look good with a shaved head. King Kong Bundy looked like shit with a shaved head.
Yeah, that was a big old egghead.
That was a tough shape for your head to be.
That's not something you want to be told.
It didn't help that your shoulders are so soft and wide and round.
He is an interestingly shaped human.
Yes, he is. He looks like Gleep and Glop or Gleep and Gloop from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
And I feel like I can barely remember him wrestling. Decent in the ring for a big guy. Like,
oh yeah, sure. 5 count.
Yeah. Was it the 747 splash? Is that what he called it?
That sounds right.
Just a big splash.
Yeah,
Or was that one man gang? One of them big sweats had a 747 splash.
Big sweats.
I think fucking one man gang did a turnbuckle like avalanche splash.
Oh, okay.
That seems right. Fucking one man gang was big because he's a big fat guy, but he's also like 6'8". Mm-hmm. He was like a legit fucking monster. Like, I wonder why they never pushed him with Hogan more.
No idea. I wasn't watching then.
Oh, yes. I was just starting to watch.
Yeah.
Like, around between WrestleMania 3 and 4, I bet is because I don't remember the Andre getting slammed being a huge deal.
Sure.
But I do remember. I think I got in on wrestling just as they're doing the tournament. Well, one of my first wrestling memories is Hogan losing the belt on Saturday Night Main Event with the fucking twin referee. That's just
twin magic with the
Hebners.
Yeah, Hebners. Yeah.
Boy, mission accomplished. I was marking out like a fucking lunatic. What? It was counted too fast.
You fucking
Mom,
rube.
call somebody.
No, I watched WrestleMania 5 on VHS because my great uncle had recorded it. He bought the pay-per-view, recorded it, and then at some point gave that tape to me. Like, sure, you can just have it.
WrestleMania 5 is a good one.
Yeah, I bet I've seen WrestleMania 5 50 times.
Is that Hogan Savage?
Yeah, Mega Powers Explode.
And WrestleMania 6 is Hogan Warrior.
Yeah. So I've seen WrestleMania 5 50 times and then saw Starrcade 97. That was the next.
That's a gap. Okay,
that was the next wrestling I saw.
You know, you're not too far from the gap I took in wrestling. It was like I quit watching around that age, like 90, 91, 90. Yeah. And then jumped back in late the beginning of the Attitude Era.
Sure. Yep.
Like I got in late, maybe not even 97, right around there. Like it kind of feels like when I was really getting dialed in was when WCW was starting to lose the Monday Night War.
Oh, okay.
Like I think I caught
later into the 90s.
Yeah. And then I really got to catch the fucking heartbreaking disaster. Like
it was a tough one on the way out.
we went a long time on this podcast without this much in-depth wrestling
There's
talk.
been a lot of wrestling talk in this one. Welcome, by the way, to America's Barley Basket. Episode, I think, 212?
212
sounds about right.
Yeah. You
Look
got
at
your
us.
King Kong Bundy. You got your roast beef talk.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hitting all the bases.
Roast beef is the king of the sandwich meats.
I can't go with you there, but it's pretty damn good.
It's followed closely by ham. It's a tough race.
But for me, where roast beef reigns supreme is the discount pot pie.
I know your roast beef pot pie takes.
A banquet roast beef pot pie is so fucking good. But fucking a bucky, even with inflation. Fucking if you're worried, if you're trying to stretch your dollar, just eat fucking 6 pot pies a day.
Oh,
that's
God.
$7.
Please don't eat 6 pot pies a day.
You're gonna go blind, but it goes away. Your body has to recalibrate its sodium intake.
God, the sodium in 6 pot pies.
There's vegetables.
Are there, though? Are those real vegetables?
You dissect a pot pie. I bet it's a bummer. There were 7 pot pies. I count 4.5 peas, 2 carrot cubes, and some taters.
Those carrot cubes are such a bummer. Those tiny carrot cubes are so
that
sad.
Flavor mixes together.
Oh, boy.
And with the roast beef, you get the dark gravy. God, that's a treat.
I mean, listen, I'm not above it. Like, you've seen me eat. I'm not above much.
I think it was maybe Memorial Day. One of my roommates came in as I was pulling 3 pot pies out of the oven. Like, that's just for you. Well, like, yeah, well, that's dinner. Like, sure is. Like,
I mean, they're not very big.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, like
You can eat 3 pot pies.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It'd be like eating 3 little sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I could eat a lot of little sandwiches. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
Oh, fuck.
a little sexy little sandwich boy. I don't care who knows it.
Did you find out, is your eye falling out of your head? Are you good? How's your eyeball
Did I
doing?
not give you the update?
No, I haven't. I
shit.
haven't. They for sure haven't.
Well, so
Let's hang on. Let's start at the bottom. Actually, last I knew, you were having tendonitis troubles in a foot and a bum knee.
Yep. Bum knee still a little wonky, but shockingly better than I thought it would be at this point. I thought I was fucked. I thought
You just let it ride. Didn't go to the doctor or nothing.
no, the knee is. I don't even know what I'd tell him at this point. It's just it's kind of sometimes feels I'll get a little pain or it's a little unstable. It's like because you're a fat tit in your 40s. There's nothing we can do about that.
Diagnosis complete.
We could suck all the fat out of you. You'd still be in your 40s and old and gross. So deal with it, I guess. And then the foot, they figured, that I have a bone spur. I'm living that spur
Hey,
life.
I called it.
Fucking called that shit.
They give you some steroid?
No.
Oh.
They give me, they just gave me like like a fucking wrap.
Sure.
Like they just did
ace
a
bandage
ace
type wrap?
bandage wrap around my instep and like my ankle area, left the heel open.
Yeah.
I was like, do we need to do
Tied you up
this?
like a fucking kickboxer?
Yeah. I was like, is this gonna help? But you're the doctor, lady. And within 6 hours, I was fucking goddamn tap dancing around.
Damn it.
Literally on Tuesday morning, I couldn't walk on that foot. I had to drag it behind me. Like I was
like Pyramid Head's
agony.
sword.
Yeah, because it was when I went to the eye doctor. I was like, this sucks so fucking much because it felt like it was going away for like a day. Oh, it's taking care of itself. Then it just came back with a vengeance. So then that's when I went in and they fucking x-rayed it up and told me what. And then they're like, hey, do you want a wheelchair? Because it was a long walk. I'm like, no. Oh God, should I have though?
The pride.
Because then you're getting tired because you're walking so weird. So it's like you're fucking panting. It's like, and there's a fucking hot nurse that's fucking holding up her day. Because someone's mom. I want a nice mom nurse.
Enough of these 22-year-old smoke show nurses.
Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not comfortable.
Why do the porns make believe that this is what everybody wants?
So yeah, they gave me. I got to go to PT, and they're gonna give me some like stretching shit to do, and maybe like an orthotic. But I had no drugs. I told them I wanted to get swole, but apparently they didn't want me getting.
Maybe they'll run the scraper over you. You ever have that done at PT? I've been to PT with some hang-ups a few times. Like the last one was when I fucked my ankle all up in that car accident a couple years ago, and like a lot of that was just. I got a fucking thick plastic spoon that I'm going to scrape across your skin to get the blood to the surface so it heals faster. Like,
does it hurt?
Yeah, it sucks.
I was going to say, but it's like, but it must work, I guess.
It must work. I don't know.
I can get through pain because sometimes you get the right masseuse, they're taking their day out on it. And I keep telling myself, they know what they're doing. And this is going to be good for you in the long run, even though you're fucking biting the pillow because you're ready to fucking scream.
She's just mad at Jared. We don't know who Jared is, and we don't know what he did, but he was wrong.
I'm not a professional, but she has me in a fucking Texas cloverleaf right now. I think this is protocol.
Boy, it would be fucking tough to get your big tree trucks into a Texas cloverleaf. Boy,
you really have to want it.
Holy shit. Dean Malenko couldn't get you into a Texas cloverleaf.
She'd be really pissed at her husband. Have the kind of rage to pull that
Goddamn
off.
Jared.
Yeah. Don't like my pork chops? You're a pork chop. What a thing to overhear.
Doing the lift and step through Texas cloverleaf, not the roll over one. So you got those appendages sorted out. What's the story with your eyeball? It's still in your head. I can see it.
Yeah, that's positive. So probably for like the last month or so, I'd be like, fuck, my glasses must be dirty. And they're not. So just like, fuck, maybe it was so slight. Maybe it's always been this bad. You're just fucking imagining shit. And then it just got fucking, like right now I close this eye. It looks like I'm looking through a glass that's got fucking thumbprints all over it.
Oh boy.
And I was like, that's not good. So I went in and I went to my retina guy that did the surgery and saw him. And then he was finally, it didn't take him long, and I was like, yep, you have a cataract. I was like, I don't know, a little young for that? He's like, yes, but this always happens, like almost always if you get a retina detachment surgery, you're going to get a cataract almost immediately.
Weird.
Right? Yeah. So I was like, okay. But so like can you do that? He's like, nope. He's like, that's the good news. This is something your eye doctor just can do.
Oh.
So like, from apparently, like, because I was thinking, motherfucker, if they got to take my eyeball out of my head again, and I got to spend fucking 6 weeks not be able to see the giant bloody eye patch.
I mean, the summer is the good time to do it, though. Yeah. You don't got shows much.
Yeah, but fuck that. But apparently, you get a cataract surgery, it's just you go to your eye doctor, it's in and out, like, and you ain't got weeks of fucking wrapped up like a fucking World War I vet.
They just point a laser pointer at you and swizzle it around?
I think they fucking have to remove like a layer of, like peel your eyeball and fucking, and then put something else in and
How do you manage to say the phrase peel your eyeball so casually?
Because my eyes have been a fucking war zone for as long as I can remember.
Damn it.
These eyes have taken such a shit kicking. And they suck. They deserve the punishment. These eyes have done me no fucking favors. Besides being dazzling.
Besides being such deep brown.
Yeah, deep brown. You don't want deep brown at the party either.
Yeah, deep brown and meat drippings.
You hear her rumbling, roast beef gets nervous. Deep brown on a jail.
You're supposed to be doing 4 to 10.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
You look through the people, all you see is chest hair. How big is he? The question is, how deep is he?
Roast beef, answer the door.
He's going out the window.
Stuck like Pooh Bear trying to get out the window. Holy moly. Well, I wish you luck. Did you make that appointment yet?
Yeah, I think it's this Tuesday already. I mean, that'll probably just be, let's get a look-see.
Oh, sure.
And then, because there's always a million hoops to jump through.
Yeah, man, you look at you. You got good turnaround on your appointments.
Yeah, this is unbelievable, yeah. Like, and the PT person was pretty quick. I even got a fucking dentist coming to get my teeth fucking scraped.
Look at you.
Things getting scraped. Got to fucking take the layer of fucking goddamn fucking Cheeto dust that's built up all winter.
Oh.
You know, you could try brushing.
You should try brushing.
I'm a pretty good brush boy, especially now that I got that electric. I try to take a layer of enamel off. I'm really polishing those buggers.
Just grinding on there, hoping for sparks. It bites and kicks back.
Yeah. Oh. Fucking gives me a black eye.
Holy moly. Well, I'm rooting for you, buddy.
Thank you.
You're going to go tell jokes tonight?
Fuck yeah, I am.
And tomorrow,
In the heat,
outdoors.
I'm going to be a damp daddy.
91 degrees where you're going.
Tell you what, these black slacks are not going to be worn. There'll be some pastel fucking booty shorts.
Oh, like a robin's egg blue.
What if they're doing face painting for the kids? I can get my legs painted up. What do you want to put on your leg? The word lick. Okay.
You want that in like a cursive? No. Block font.
Easy to read. Well, this is raising money for the 4-H, so
Okay, here we go.
uncomfortable. I like when you're uncomfortable. Oh dear.
This is just a nice mom running
all
the face
happening.
painting booth.
The other comic is on stage. This is all happening right before. That fucking paint would come off like Sting's face paint in a wrestling match.
Just running.
Just that sweat's going to be coming in hot.
Oh, boy. God, I've never seen you sweat in shorts. I bet your legs are so shiny.
Oh, man. Glistening.
Yikes.
Glistening's the word you're looking for.
Oh, man. You should tape that tomorrow.
An Adonis.
Sure.
Is that baby oil? Why not?
Wet like Roman Reigns' hair.
God, I should think about doing that, going up with a head full of wet hair.
Yes.
Keep me cool down for at least a couple minutes.
Pour a bottle over your head while you're backstage.
It's going to be, we have to be clean. It's going to be so hard not just go, fuck me, it's hot. Really going to have to stifle that.
Dang it, it's hot. It just doesn't hit the same.
Jiminy crickets, it's hot. Oh, fiddlesticks.
So you go into the dairy barn and lay down in front of one of them big fans.
Jeepers creepers, it's hot.
Just you laying with dairy cattle.
They accept me as one of their own.
Totally, yeah. Holstein's pretty docile. You can lean on a Holstein with no troubles. Oh, shit. Well, have fun, buddy.
Yeah, that time, I'm going to hit the fucking highway.
Yeah, you get out on the road. I'm going to remain.
Continue to stay in stasis.
Yeah. Staying indoors, hot out there.
Yeah, it's gross outside.
So I'm going to keep being an indoor cat.
Yeah, so stay cool, everybody.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.